You got the demon coming out.
So we watched 3 films today, and each one got worse.
Yes.
This is not a good day. These were all 2025 films. The first one was fine. The second one was not good. And this one was really bad. So, The Ritual. No, not the incredible Netflix film from 2018.
Not that one.
That movie rules. And watch that. Go to Netflix. If you haven't seen that, The Ritual, please do. Because that movie rules. This movie does not.
No.
So this stars Al Pacino, Dan Stevens. It also has Ashley Greene, as well as Patrick Fabian from a much better exorcism film, The Last Exorcism, one of my favorite found footage films of all time. Unfortunately, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about The Ritual, which is based on the most well-documented American exorcism that led to the inspiration for films like The Exorcist. Ever heard of it? Yeah. God, man, this movie is just so generic in every imaginable way. And I'm going to let Kaylee say what our absolute least favorite aspect of this film was.
Oh, God.
I actually meant to start this review. Actually, you go ahead.
Okay.
So go ahead and start reviewing it.
The least favorite aspect of this movie is how it's shot. Because it's a shaky cam with a bunch of weird zooms the entire time, and it never sits still. And it sucked. Grogu thinks so too.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It was so...
What is this style? What is it? Like, what is the intention? I don't get it. I don't understand what it is.
It's just so excessive. Like, if it happened just during the exorcism scenes, I would understand that they're trying to give, like, you know, a sense of movement or whatever, some discomfort, and it would make sense, but it's literally the entire film.
It's
extremely annoying.
There's not one single static shot.
None.
In the entire film. Not one.
I'm
Find
sure
me one.
There are
in the
people
film.
that like it.
No.
And I'm sure that it was...
Nobody likes this.
For a purpose.
Nobody likes this.
But it doesn't put me on edge. It just, like, makes it hard for me to focus on things. It kind of hurts my eyes.
It's disorienting.
And it's really annoying. And it's kind of up there with, like, strobe lights or, like, flashing lights for no reason other than just to, like, visually disorient you. And I think it's a really lazy technique, honestly, because your film should be able to disorient you without making your, like, viewers feel sick or, like, you know, like affecting them like that. You know, the entire film. Again, if it was used, like, sporadically, I wouldn't have as much of an issue with it, but it's the entire film, and
it's so unnecessary. Like, why is it the entire film? I hate it, period. I don't like to have it in any scene. But if you were gonna use it during the exorcism scenes, I would not like it, but I would at least be like, okay, so they made a choice to try to disorient you during these, like, tense moments. Okay, it's not a choice that I like that much. But why it's being done when characters are having, like, basic conversations.
Yeah.
Where they're just sitting there and, like, talking about, you know, whatever thing. It's nothing crazy. You can just have the most basics, like in the opening or something, just people like talking about the case, and it's like, oh, there's this girl, and they're talking about mental illness or whatever, and it's like think about the cameraman that's making this film. Like, the director is going over to him and saying, okay, what I want you to do is at all times, at 100% of the time, I want you move, because what style exactly is this? Like, the only thing he's really doing when he's framing shots that's about all he's going to do, right? Is he's going to say, okay, I want you to come. And there's so many shots that are like through things.
Yeah.
Where they're like on the, like through the bed railing or something, or like something like that, where they're like shooting through something or really down angles. And he's trying to get creative and clever and shit with it. But at all times, the cameraman is, I'm assuming, handheld. And he's like purposely, it is on purpose, move the camera around. Like, I can't for the life of me think in my head that a cameraman is being told, like, I need you to take the camera and just kind of like jostle it around a little bit and periodically kind of zoom, like, just like randomly, just kind of for no reason. There's no like added emphasis when somebody says a line that's supposed to hit, right? Like, that's a lot of the times when people like zoom into something, it's supposed to be dramatic emphasis on a specific line that has more weight than other lines.
Yeah.
Like, I'm your father, and then it like zooms in, like, holy shit, it's dramatic. That's a moment. It's doing it I swear to God, find me a scene in this film where the camera isn't moving, number one, and find me a 3-second scene where the camera doesn't zoom. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
2 seconds, maybe not even then. It is zooming and moving 100% of the film. For what reason? I would honestly, I know I'm being fucking ridiculous at this point. I'm angry. But like, I would love to talk to the actual director of this film. Genuinely, I would like to talk to him and be like, what's the intention? I don't get it. Please explain it to me. What am I missing here? What was your intention with this? Why is it 100% of the time?
Yeah.
100%.
I have no answer for you.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, I thought it was just as annoying. And I know we talked like mostly about that, but the rest of the film also sucked for us.
Yes.
Just, it's one of those films that's supposed to be based, like, it said on like a real story, which, obviously that's always like, up to interpretation for how the events play out and whatnot. But I just feel like the characters are so dull and boring, and there's nothing interesting about them. I don't feel like we get nearly enough information and like backstory into them. There is an attempt at some things to explain.
What if I just kept doing this the whole fucking review?
Like,
just imagine. Just imagine. Every fucking review we do, it's this. And then zooms. Imagine?
It would be horrible. It would be, yeah.
It's a fucking conversation between two people. I'm sorry. I interrupted you.
No, it's okay.
I'm just so angry with this fucking movie. Sorry, go.
I don't remember what I was saying.
Now I'm an asshole. Now I look like the asshole because I interrupted you, but my brain is melting down.
Oh, the characters are just bad.
True.
Mostly
True.
was all I was saying.
Extremely one-dimensional.
And, the horror is nothing like new as far as like exorcism films go. It's a lot of the same stuff. It's a lot of like, bones crunching and eyeballs turning different colors and the speaking in different languages and saying things about people. And I'm not somebody that hates exorcism films. I do think that they can be done really well, and that I think that like in general, of course, it's a very scary concept. But I feel like for them to work really, really well, there needs to be a strong connection to the characters. Either to the character, definitely to the person that, is possessed. That's usually a really important connection to be made. And then also to the people that are performing the exorcism and being affected by it, in that sense. And for me, this film just doesn't build up any of those relationships or characters for me to care about them at all. So it kind of failed. I didn't find myself really creeped out or anything because of that, because of my lack of investment in the story. Zero
investment in a single character. Yeah. There's no character development. There's nothing interesting or unique about these characters. There's nothing that I have to say about them. Yeah, exactly. I don't even understand the attempt here at anything. You bring in Al Pacino, one of the most revered actors ever, you know, and you have Dan Stevens, who's this actor who's had a lot of really good success in horror in the last 5 years or more. And they do nothing with them. They have 2 conversations. Here's how the whole fucking film plays out. So you have Dan Stevens, who's supposed to be there recording the events. You have Al Pacino's character, who's the father that's going to do the rituals. It's rituals, by the way, more than one. It's not the ritual, it's rituals. You have the nuns who sit in and, you know, are basically like the nurses to a doctor. And periodically they go into the girl's room to read from the Bible as she goes, rah, and then Dan Stevens stands over in the corner and like goes like this and is just like, and then Al Pacino's talking and he's reading from the book and she goes like this and the nuns go, and then then we go to their rooms, like kind of very quickly, like he reads from it for, I don't know, 2 minutes, somebody grabs a bucket, she vomits into it or whatever. Then we go back to their rooms, they hear a noise, and they look, and then it cuts to the next day. Then they have a small quick conversation about the exorcism or something that happened, and maybe their faith is waning a little bit or something, and then they're like no, it's okay, like have faith, whatever. And then we go to the next ritual. Rinse, lather, repeat 5 or 6 times, end. The movie ends. Like on the final one, they are successful. The end. I mean, it's a spoiler, but I don't really give a fuck because there's nothing to the film. There's nothing to spoil. Like, it literally is just they talk, they do the ritual, they do the same ritual 6 fucking times in a row, and there's some talking in between, and them in their room at night, like thinking they're hearing something or seeing something weird for half a second, and then it cuts to the next day. That's the whole fucking film. There's literally nothing to this. There's no like, one of the characters, like, brothers died, and there's supposed to be some kind of character development there, but it's one of those things where they just throw in something for them to do. Mm-hmm. They're like, I don't know, your fucking brother died or something. Like, just roll with that. And they're like, oh, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it is. It's like the actors came to him, and they were like, hey, like, what's my motivation? What should I do? And it's like, I don't fucking know, dude. I'm too busy shaking the camera. Like, you're asking too much from me. And he's like, come on, you got to give me something. And he's like, I don't know, your brother died or something. Is that good enough? Okay, fuck off. Let me shake the camera. And it's like, so were we going to do anything different, or we're just going to shoot the same 6 scene, like the same scene 6 times? And it's like, I'm just going to shoot the same 6 scenes. The end.
Yeah.
Fuck this film. Fuck this film.
I'm glad that we wasted our time watching it.
I'm just glad we didn't see this shit in theaters.
Yeah, me too.
This movie was giving me seasickness. It would have been
really, nauseating in theaters, I think.
God awful.
Boo.
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 So, all right, we ready to sign off, babe?
Yeah.
Are we ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining. What did you think, Grugs? Huh? What did you think? May the power of Christ compel you. Maybe the power of Christ compel you!